Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe Nitai Gau Hari Bol. Jai Gurudev. So, by the sweet will of our Gurudev, we will try to sink very deep into Sri Vilapa, Kusumanjali. And last time we read verse number 4. And this time we will again start with verse number 4. And try to go deeper. So please, I need your help if you have any questions or realizations, something to share, some feelings. Please come forward with it. You are never disturbance. It's always an enrichment of this sharing. So please do it. So Srila Raghunadas Goswami is praying here. I take shelter of my teacher, Yadunandan Acharya, who is so powerful because he is so dear to Yadunandan, Sri Krishna, and who personally showered me with the nectar of his matchless mercy. Explanations. Now Srila Raghunath's absorption in his spiritual identity as Rati Manjari ends temporarily. And in his external absorption he praises his initiating Guru Yadunandan Acharya. But even this so-called external absorption of his is spiritual. Because he is a direct associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who, how humbly and eagerly Raghunath praises his Guru here. How sweet is his remembrance of his Guru's mercy upon him. Sri Guru Charane Rati esse uttama gati, ye prasade pure sarva asha. Attachment to Sri Guru's lotus feet is the supreme goal, and by his grace all desires are fulfilled. Narottam Das Thakur. So actually the first 3 verses, they were all in one lila. And we know that Vilapa Kusumanjali is starting up with that, because it wants to make very clear what is the goal. And in these 3 verses of one lila, it is made very clear from the platform of Sitadeha. That's interesting. Vilapa Kusumanjali starts up with the platform of Sitadeha, isn't it? Usually you start up, with the lowest points and then you go higher. But this is starting up with the highest point, and then it goes back and shows us where we are now, how to get there. So Srila Raghunadas Goswami is the perfect example in both platforms, on both platforms. So here he's showing us how he is praising his Guru, and he is telling us that actually without this Guru principle, it is not possible to come there. And he starts right now with his Guru who gave him initiation. As we know, you can have more than one Guru. One Guru is giving you initiation, maybe, like in my case, in Krishna consciousness first. There was no talk about Radharani, there was no Raga Bhakti. So there may be different gurus, and he is starting up here with his initiation, and it's spoken here about Yadunandan Acharya. So he's starting up here with this platform. And how humbly and eagerly Raghunath praises his Guru here. Attachment to Sri Guru's lotus feet is the supreme goal, and by his grace all desires are fulfilled. Narottam Das Thakur. This is the song we used to sing every morning in our morning program in ISKCON. Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttamakati Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. So this is the way actually we go. It is not a way of knowledge. Like yesterday, we discussed verse, I think it was 85, yes, of Vilapa Kusumanjali, the flower picking lila. And there we also came to this point because Srila Anandadas Babaji made it very clear. We have no chance if we think that we can, by any knowledge, reach that goal. You may be a doctor, professor, some special person, some king, some minister, or whatever, even a half-god or something very, very special person. And you may have the most transcendental knowledge, like Uddhava Mahashaya. But actually all this doesn't help to reach that goal. It doesn't help. It could be even a hindrance if you are attached to your knowledge and your position. If you think, yes, that's me, I'm the most knowledgeable person. So it doesn't help. And this is the most wonderful point here. Everything is actually on the base of Kripa. And what Kripa? The highest Kripa, not just some Kripa. It's on the base of the highest Kripa, because this Kripa actually comes down from our Swamini's lotus feet. Through Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He is the Mahaprabhu who brings the mercy of Radharani. And through that mercy, actually in one parampara who is coming down from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or from the Panchatattva. In that line, actually. It has to be in that line. And when we actually get in touch with such parampara system, then it is like before, like in my case, I was just a lost soul, a bump in this material world. And then you get in touch. And it is like someone is saying you, Prabhupada gave this nice example, my dear sir, you are living on the street, but actually your father is the most richest person. And your mother is the most lovely person who ever existed. So would you please come home again? They are missing you so much. It's like that. You doesn't have to do anything. You doesn't have to go to work. You doesn't have to go to get knowledge or something like this. No, it just hits you. It's mercy. You were not counting on it. You wouldn't even believe, right? When the person is coming and telling you, my dear sir, you are a wonderful part of the most wonderful person which is existing, who has all the perfect qualities. You are a little part of Radharani. Would you believe if you don't know? No. You would think this guy is crazy. But actually this is the craziness in this parampara. They are also crazy out of love, and they are all so merciful, and they hand us down this mercy that we get in touch again with our home. So without someone who has this mercy and is handing it to you, you cannot reach that goal. So Raghunath is praising his Guru. How we can actually really take it in words, what is happening through the grace of Mahaprabhu? Impossible. But Srila Raghunath is trying it for our understanding in the heart, not here. He wants to give us a feeling from it. He wants to get in touch with our heart. Jeev Jago, wake up, soul, which means come again in feelings. You are like dead. You died already, dried up. So we are like this, dried up. And yesterday we took an example, like paper. You take wood which is actually wet, it's full of water, and you dry it up and to make paper out of it. And now you are paper, you are dried up. But then the drops of the mercy of the Gurudev, they are dropping near to that paper and on that paper, and then the paper is soaking it in, and it gets wet again. And it gets to he gets back to his nature. So it's like that, and this connection we need to have, because if no one is dropping some nectar drops of the sweet rasa of our Swamini with her beloved on us, if this doesn't happen, we will stay dry and maybe burn up one day. Get even drier. Go to ashes. So this is actually the way. By the mercy of my Gurudev, Srila Raghunath immediately is saying, after that lila, now we could think, oh my God, what a person. Oh my God, I can never get there. No way. But then Srila Raghunath is humbly bowing down and saying, you know, I am nothing. I came there because of the mercy of my Gurudev. So I'm nothing. I'm just a mercy case. Nothing more. And in this way, he gives us hope again, isn't it? At least in my case, I can say how I would go if mercy would not drag me there. Take me by the head on the hairs and drag me there. Because I'm unwilling. My ego is telling, no. There's definitely again some juice in this world, isn't it? At least something has to come out. Still some hope on the material platform. But actually this is just the ego. Used to get some nectar out of this material world. But Prabhupada made a wonderful example. When you are in a classroom, sometimes people who are chewing a chewing gum, they put it under the table. Would any one of you take this chewing gum again and put it in the mouth and chew again on it? This is the material world. This is the taste of the material world. You chew the chewed again. So by the mercy, Gurudev made it clear, you stupid person, why you want to chew again the chewed? Come here, here's the nectar. And this nectar is eternal. It's not like in a chewing gum. After 1 minute, the taste is gone. No, this taste will stay forever, but not just stay on the same level, no. Radharani's mercy, Radharani's qualities are growing in every moment. And that means that actually one of her qualities is she's Kripamai. Her Kripa is also growing in every moment. So it will never ever get tasteless. It will be always fresh. This is another quality of her. Always fresh and youthful for her beloved. And of course, also for us in our Sita Deha, when we are with her, we will actually feel and see it. Always youthful, fresh, full of kripa. So I had no idea of anything of that, but my Gurudev's mercy reached me at one point, although I didn't even ask for it. So this is the mercy of Radharani coming down through the parampara handed over by our Sri Guru. If it's not a Sri Guru, then the mercy is not complete. Doesn't mean it's not mercy, but it's not complete. Only a Sri Guru can give complete mercy, because he got already complete mercy. And you can only give what you got. If you are a millionaire, you can distribute a lot of money. If you are not, how you want. So if you are a love billionaire, because you got in touch with Radharani and the parampara system, then you can distribute that. Billions of tons of prema. Starting with a drop, just a sprinkle, so that the soul get awake again. We heard about this example of Raghunath here in this verse, that his father caught him every time again when he wanted to run away to get this mercy by the lotus feet of Gauranga. Day and night there were 5 guards, that he will not run away. We also have these 5 guards, the 5 senses who are attached to the material world. They take care that we will not run away. But Raghunath also had another 4 servants and 2 brahmanas, and they were all engaged in keeping Raghunath at home. Please don't go to this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just stay here at home and fulfill your duty. On one hand, there was Mahaprabhu's powerful mercy attracting him, and on the other hand, there was the bondage of his household life, which was like a miserable jail. That's why words cannot describe Raghunath's great anguish. It is like some, I don't know if this word is in English, folter instrument, I don't know. You are giving anguish to people because you are trying to put them in 2 directions at the same time, and this is very horrible, isn't it? Most horrible. You want to go here, but you are trapped there. In this situation, Raghunath was at home. Very unfortunate situation. But of course, we can count now. It was Mahaprabhu's mercy. Which mercy could be greater than any power? Which power is the most powerful? Mahabhav. Mahabhav controls even the most powerful person, Krishna. So of course, it was very clear who will win. But for him it was a very bad situation. He felt like in jail. And here it is said, it felt like a miserable jail, although we know that Raghunath was very rich. It is said that he was even more rich than King Indra. He had the most wonderful, beautiful wife, like from heaven. But he felt like in a miserable jail, because he wanted to get the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So Yadunandanacharya gave him the possibility to set him free. On the pretext of giving him some household duty, the Acharya had a Brahmana disciple who was serving the family deity, but the Brahmana had abandoned this service. The Acharya took Raghunadas along to search for the Brahmana, speaking about the need to engage him in the deity's service all along the way. When they were halfway, Raghunath said to his guru's lotus feet, "I will get the Brahmana back and send him to you. You just blissfully go home." In this way, he assured himself of his guru's permission. Now, we should understand that the mere words outside was not the whole exchange of feelings. These were just the words. Inside, there was another exchange between Guru and the disciple. And this usually cannot be seen by normal people. Only disciples who are very intimate with their Guru on another platform can understand that. So actually, between the lines, the Guru gave him permission and said, "Yes, my dear, you go and take shelter by Mahaprabhu. Take his lotus feet on your head. You have my blessings for that. Otherwise it wouldn't be possible." And this was spoken between the lines. So at the end of the night, when everyone was sleeping and Raghunath saw this as a good opportunity to go to Nilachal and surrender completely to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, his Gurudev had personally come to free him from the hard knot of material life. And in this way he had sprinkled him with the matchless nectar of his mercy. So Srila Anandadas Babaji is writing here, so one may ask then, how could Raghunath be successful in devotional life? By disobeying the order of his Guru? He promised to bring back this Brahmana priest, isn't it? But he didn't. But this was just the outside words. And the inside instruction, the disciple understood. And this is the point. We cannot always stay on the outer side. We have to go inside. We have to understand on the platform of feelings. If we cannot come to this platform how we want to understand Guru Manjari, how it's possible? Words are just the nutshell of the feelings. So we have to get the information in the nutshells. And this actually happened here. Raghunath took the nuts and not the shells. So Raghunath understood that his Guru's supreme order to renounce materialistic life and to surrender to Mahaprabhu was far more important than the insignificant order to get the Brahmana priest back. So Prince Raghunath was Yadunandanacharya's beloved disciple, and he became free from the insurmountable bondage of material life and devoted himself to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya, giving the whole world the perfect example of renunciation and devotion. So actually the perfect example. It is not written here, I want to get rid of this, I want to get rid of that, I want to get rid of this, I want to get rid of that. No. I want the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. This is written here. So what means renunciation? If you have a table, let's say 150 long, and it's standing in front of you, and you get some present. By the mercy, you get a present of your Gurudev. You get some present, you put it in the front. Some packages, old packages are there, but you put it in the front. Zzzt. And the old one, they go back more, right? Another present is coming from your Gurudev. Mercy again. You put this package again in the front, and the old ones are going back again. So what happens by the time? All the things you're not watching off, they're falling off in the back. Because the fresh presents are much more interesting than to get rid of something. So you get the mercy of Gurudev and you put it in your front and meditate on that, and then the old habits will fall away by themselves. Don't think I'm kidding here. I'm the most attached person in the world. Well, maybe the second or third. Maybe not really the most, but one of the most. And Gurudev, by his mercy, he gave me one information package, which means love information, not knowledge, after another. And by meditating on them and trying to understand them in a way that pack it out and meditate on it. For what is it actually? What is this kind of present? It's very interesting, but I cannot understand. So let me just take it and meditate on it. So by that process, things are falling off in the back. And this is the mercy way to get detached. So Srila Raghunath was completely concentrated to take the most wonderful mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. And this could only happen by going there and take it. Which means, by the way, to leave his kingdom. By the way, it was not his front goal to leave his kingdom. It was the front goal to take the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's why he get the mercy. So I learned from my Gurudev that taking the mercy in front of your eyes is much more important than to meditate what you want to get rid of. Because if you meditate on something you want to get rid of, you will do it again and again. Your attachment will grow because you meditate on it. You have to meditate on things you want, not on things you don't. So we want the mercy of Radharani. We want to serve her. We want to be in our Siddha Deha. So we meditate on our Siddha Deha. We meditate on the Seva. We meditate on the mercy. And the rest will be gone after some time. We will forget about it. Because who is forgetfulness? I am remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Who is saying that? So who will help us if we surrender to Radharani's lotus feet? This blue boy wants to serve us then. He will think, who is chanting Radha? Oh, what I can do for this person? Let me do what I can do best. Steal something from him. He is the thief, isn't it? And he will steal our attachments because we want to serve. Radha. This is all mercy. We can never describe it. We are trying and trying again and again by sharing the mercy of the great devotees because they tried to give us some hints, to give us some feelings of that. So we step in their footsteps and try to do like them. We don't want to be them. We try to follow them. That's a big difference. Because they actually had all qualifications. We don't. Or at least I don't. But we heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made us qualified. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us the qualification, which means he is giving us Radharani's Kripa through the Parampara, handed to us by our Sri Gurudev. So Raghunath understand that. He understood it, and actually in this way he got rid of all things who was a hindrance on his way. And he is giving the perfect example of renunciation and devotion. How happy the Guru must have been. Any devotee to whom his devotion is his very life easily understand which order should have been followed at such an opportune moment. That's the point. Any devotee who really wants to surrender will understand the feeling. The words are the nutshell. Thus Raghunath served his Guru properly, and through it became a great and famous devotee of the Lord. Therefore, he writes, Svayam atula kripam ritvishekam kritavan. He personally showered me with the nectar of his incomparable grace. As a result of his Guru's mercy, Raghunath came to be counted as one of Lord Chaitanya's most famous associates. So, now he had full success. And in this connection, actually, I remember that Raghunath tried before to escape, but he couldn't. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent him to Nityananda. So through the mercy of Nityananda, who is himself the Guru principle, through the mercy of the Guru principle, handed through the Guru, we can see here, he was successful. But he wasn't successful by going to try the direct way, right? So we have to actually accept the mercy in that way we can take it. And like Gurudev once said, it's like Gurudev is like a transformator. Huh? Like you have big lines in Germany, the power is actually over the earth in big lines, you know. If you try to take this power, all your electricity will be broken because it's too much. It has to be reduced for your capacity. So this is actually what the Guru is doing. He is actually reducing it to our capacity and giving us the part we can take. As much power as we can take. So we can see that this line of mercy, this family, is perfect in all aspects. And for everyone, there's the right spot to connect with it. There's the right chance to connect with it. Like we have these connection blocks for our capacity of our smartphone. And we have different blocks. So for everyone, there's a connection system. Just think about it, how wonderful, how personal this is actually. It's so personal because Radharani knows you in all aspects. In all aspects. And somebody else may say, oh, you know, these aspects, oh my God, I cannot hear them anymore. And but Radharani loves us in that way we are and gives us the way to connect like we are. She doesn't love us besides our personality. No, she loves us because of our personality. She loves us like we really are. That's why we should be like we are. This is actually the last pillar of religion in this age, isn't it? You should be I don't know the English word, like honest, huh? You have to be what you are. Don't play any games. You may be the fallenest person in the world, but if you just say, oh Radharani, I'm so sorry, I'm such a nut, I'm so stupid, I'm such a bad person, but what to do? I cannot help myself. I need your mercy. In this way, actually, the last pillow will help you to come back home. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Trinat api sunichana, taro api seshnana, amanina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. Don't make a false show. Just are like you are and begin with that. But don't think that you have to be praised for your fallen position. So actually it's a very, very personal parampara system. It's so personal that not one soul will be forgotten. Not one soul will be forgotten. So personal. Because after all, we are not in that rasa, but from knowledge we know Radharani is the mother of all of us. And if we hear the description of her qualities, how she couldn't be that personal, how she couldn't be that lovely, how she couldn't take personally interest in every one of us. So through the parampara system, and for us the first step is always the Guru, to connect with that. Through that system, the mercy of Radharani comes down to us. The full mercy package. So when the Bengali devotees returned from their annual pilgrim to Puri, for the 4 months of the rainy season, Raghunath's father asked Shivananda Sena about news from his son, and Shivananda Sena told him. Shivananda said, yes, he is with the Lord and he is most famous. Who does not know him? The Lord placed him in Swarup Damodar's care, and he is the very life of the devotees there. So that's also interesting. Everyone gets what he actually really wants. The father of Raghunath hears that he is very famous. I mean, after all, his son is not, just the person. He is the son of him, the king. It must be something special. And now he heard, yes, he is very special. Most famous. Cared and placed in Swarup Damodar's care. Who is Swarup Damodar? You know who is Swarup Damodar. So if we see it from the Siddhadeya point, that means he is actually connected with Lalita Devi directly. That means he immediately comes in his original position, right? Goes there and comes directly in his original position under the care of Lalita. Because a Manjari is following Lalita, right? She's like the director, she's actually leading the orchestra. She's telling when the Manabanga will come. So when Man has to end, and so on. So immediately she is under the care of Lalita. So the outside meaning for the father, oh yes, he's a very well-known person there. Very big devotee. Wow, good. But inside, yes, he got his Manjari position immediately. He's chanting the holy name day and night, and he does not leave the feet of the Lord for even a moment. So if somebody is chanting day and night, what does it mean? He is in the rasa day and night, right? In the rasa, what is chanting other than rasa? He is in his seva, in his sevaras, day and night. He is in his original position as Manjari. That's why he is most renounced. He is not interested in anything outside. How he could be? He is completely inside in his seva. He is so satisfied. He is so wonderful, serving Radharani in bliss. How he could be interested in anything outside? That's why his renunciation is perfect. We should not think that we can come to this renunciation by our means. Now I will renounce, like Raghunath. I will go to a pitch where all the dirty and old things were thrown in, prasadam, and then I will wash it, and then I will take the inside of the rice again. We should not think like this. This is artificial. You can only come to that position if you are inside in your Siddha and you are completely in bliss. Then from that inside, the things outside will happen. It's not vice versa. First inside, then outside, right? So he is most renounced. He hardly dresses or eats. Somehow or other, he keeps himself alive. Yes, this is the situation of someone who's completely deep in his meditation. So this is actually what Shivananda says to Raghunath's father. There's also some outside information and some inside information, which means for us, he is the perfect example. If we want to be Manjari, we want to come in our Siddha, he showed us how. And when something is perfect, it has all aspects for all other persons who are involved. Like the father, he is pleased to hear that his son is very well known there. The Guru principle, Guru Tattva, is explained by the use of the words Briya Yadunandan Unat Prabhava. He became very powerful because he is so dear to Lord Yadunandan, Krishna. This is the explanation of the verse where it's written that he became very powerful. Who is so powerful? Because he is so dear to Yadunandan. Why Krishna is so powerful? Why Balaram is so powerful? Who is Krishna's guru? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna himself explains, my guru is Radharani and I am the dancing pupil. So Krishna is so powerful because of Radha, because the main power is Mahabhav. Mahabhav in person is the real power. So all this power has one source, and this is our Swamini. That means if we want to become powerful, the best is to connect with the Parampara. Because by mercy you get powerful, not by your own strength or endeavor. By mercy you will get this power. Krishna gets the mercy of Radha, and he's praying for it. He himself actually is taking shelter at Radharani's lotus feet. So the real Adi Guru is Radha. If we want to get her power, we have to connect through the Guru with this Brahma line, the Mahabhav line, who gives us the power. The Guru is a wonderful combination of Godhead and devotee. What does it mean? The Guru is a wonderful combination of Godhead and devotee. The appearance of God in the form of a pure devotee. Here comes a statement from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 4:45. Although my Guru is a servant of Lord Chaitanya, I still know that he is a direct manifestation of him. Yadyapi amara Guru Chaitanya das tatapi janiye tanreta hari prakash. Shakshatarit venas samashta shastra uktas tata bhavyata eva sadbi kindu prabhuya priya eva tasya vande guru shri charanarvindam. I praise the lotus feet of my Guru, who according to all the scriptures and the great saints is Lord Hari himself, but who is still dear to the Lord, being his pure devotee. So we can understand, this is now a little bit technically thought, but please forgive me, we want to start with that platform. The super soul is in anyone, right? And the super soul can give his full power when our ego is off. Our false ego is off. It's not in the way, right? So a devotee means he is giving everything in the hand of his beloved deity. I give my false ego, my intelligence, whatever I have, I give to you. I devote. I devote to you. So that means I give you everything. It's not mine. I understand now. It was never mine, but now I understand it's not mine. So do with me whatever you want. Atma Nivedanam on one platform. There's another platform, of course. I give myself to you. So now the super soul can fully act through that person, right? It's a little bit technical understanding, but maybe it's needed. So in this moment when you surrender, the Lord can act through you. So what other is a guru? He is surrendered. Of course the Lord can fully act through him, fully. But this is only one platform we can understand. Another platform is Sri Guru is a Manjari, and the Manjari is non-different from Mahabhav, full of Mahabhav, existing out of Mahabhav. The mind is in Mahabhav. Everything in that person is Mahabhav. So we cannot see any false ego anymore, because the mind is fully engaged by Mahabhav. So a person who is a Manjari, who is realized in his Siddha is acting like Mahabhav in person. That's another platform. That means Mahabhav in person is acting through that person. So it's a combination of Mahabhav in person and a devotee. Outside, still the body is there, it's a devotee. Inside, completely tat atmika, one in feelings with Radharani. No different existence. So we can immediately understand this combination works out. When the aspirant devotee sees the pure devotional behavior of the Guru, getting a profound inner faith in him, he understands that he is the Lord's dear devotee and serves him with garlands and foodstuffs that are left over by the Lord. Considering him to be non-different from God does not mean that one should offer things to him that are not first offered to the Lord. Nor should one consider the Guru to be just another devotee, but one should see him as the mercy incarnation of the Lord, and in that respect non-different from the Lord. So here we have it, non-different from Radharani. Yesterday we heard about that the mind on that platform actually is used by Mahabhav. The Manjari is acting in full Mahabhav, which means acting like Radha, non-different acting from Radha, always acting like Radharani would act. It's the same, there's non-difference. The mind is completely absorbed in Mahabhav. Everything, the whole Manjari, consists out of Mahabhav. So non-difference. Completely one feeling, one person in action. In action like one person. In serving like one person. No difference. Srila Jiva Goswami writes in Bhakti Sandarbha 237, the mercy of the topmost devotee is the root cause of destruction of those bad habits that the practitioner could hardly give up through many of his own endeavors. Here, Jiva Goswami is writing it again very clear. The mercy of the topmost devotee. Who is the topmost devotee? The ones who are one with Mahabhav. These are the topmost devotee. And this mercy of such a person is the root cause of destruction of those bad habits that the practitioner could hardly, or let's say never, give up through so many of his own endeavors. So you may endeavor and endeavor and endeavor, but the attachment seems like stay forever. But by the mercy of such a person, gone. Oops, where's my attachment? It was here some weeks before. Now I realize, I'm not anymore so attached. Or maybe I'm not. Let's see. And then we realize by the time we are losing it. Really, it's really like that. It's mercy. It's only mercy. But, there's one but. We have to want it. If your mama is telling you, give me that dry bread, I have a wonderful ice cream for you, but you have to give me that dry bread. Then you have to give the dry bread. In exchange, you have to be ready to take it, the wonderful ice cream. So we know, Lobha is the key. My Diksha Guru named Yadunandanacharya is full of mercy, like a wish-yielding tree of prema. Let my mind stick at his lotus feet, for he is very dear to Sri Krishna. He is my master birth after birth. He is endowed with advanced spiritual powers. He is wonderfully merciful, and he is the crown jewel of bestowers of loving devotion, who single-handedly showered a fallen soul like me with the nectar of his mercy.
Yes.
So again, we have the perfect example here from Srila Raghunadas Goswami. The perfect example in his Siddhadeha and the perfect example in his devotional body. Outside and inside, Sadhakadeha and Siddhadeha, perfect. And we can see that actually this perfection is only reachable by Kripa. And this Kripa comes down from our Radha. Maybe that's one reason because this book is existing. Radha Kripa Kataksha, which you are singing there in the evening, the prayers of Lord Shiva about the sidelong glance of Radharani, And even Shiva himself, Mahadev, is beside himself. We heard yesterday in Vilapa Kusumanjali 85. He is beside himself. He is losing himself. Although he's very knowledgeable about this. This is not just mere knowledge. This is transcendental, high-level knowledge. And he is losing himself in feelings. So this is actually what we also should do. We should be prepared to lose ourselves in feelings. And don't, never, ever hold on to your intelligence. Because we used to do that, isn't it? We should be prepared to feel again. How we want to come in Mahabhava. Bhava means transcendental feelings. If we don't start to feel transcendental things. When you hear a lila and you count here, no taste. When you hear a lila and you try to drink it through the ears and let it suck in the heart, then you may feel it. So Jayananda Maharaj is warmly embraced here and embraces everyone else. So he's coming to give us a little bit, some drops of nectar, because he knows actually the Guru Tattva.
I just came. I want to get blessing from you. I want to hear from the drop of nectar. Just I finished Japanese class and then, I have still, some minutes. So maybe I should have darshan of our Gauravani.
He is always so kind, huh? Even to the most fallen people, he speaks such wonderful, sweet words. So we have here the perfect example of our Das Goswami.
Gauravani, may I just ask a question?
Yes, you may have.
When you said about nutshell and words of Raghunath that he tell one thing and another happened, so that was not lying. That was like understanding in between Guru Tattva, both gurus. I mean, he promised. I didn't understand to who he said he will bring. He will get back this Brahmana. But you know what I mean, that it was not like, when we said one thing and do another thing without explanation, it's lie. But maybe he explained later, or it was different communication in this inner, in their swarups or something. I don't know.
I will give you an example. If I say, like, some priest is missing who is actually serving our deity. What does it mean actually? Who is your deity? Your deity is Radharani, right?
Yes.
Yes, you have a deity, Radharani, but actually the inside is Radharani, right?
Okay, yes.
Yes. How you serve Radharani inside? The same like outside?
No, actually I don't have deity, but so I serve always inside.
Yeah, but you can understand the example. If you have a deity, you take some incense and you make some like this.
Yes,
and
of course, there are many deities I have
like this, yeah. But what
sometimes.
does it mean to really serve? We know, because Raghunadas is giving us the example. In his Siddha Deha, he, for example, is serving with some eyeliner. For example, some earrings, some special things who you would never serve a deity actually, right? So outside is completely different from inside. But actually, if I say some Brahmana is lost who should serve the deity, right? What it can mean. It can also mean, oh, we are missing a Manjari who is serving Radharani. You should search for this. What does it mean? I go to Mahaprabhu and he will tell me that I'm this Manjari missing. I was this Manjari missing. Mahaprabhu will reveal this story. For example, you understand? From outside it sounds like this, but from inside it means something else. And actually this is Parakiya Bhav. You talk like this, but you mean that. This is actually the whole Parampara system, and the whole scene actually is living from this. But to understand what your guru means inside, you have to be inside. If you are just on the outer platform, you will never understand what he tries to give you inside information. You will only hear the outside information.
Yes, that's what I also have luck to realize that is like this. I wasn't sure, but as you are, sometimes we are continuing to say like this, that comes true.
And actually, if you want to go back, you have to come to this platform, because they are all talking like this, When Krishna is talking with his mother is in fear. Why you go out in the forest? So many things can happen. And then he's telling, yes, we will take shade. You don't have to worry that we will stand in the sun and burn ourselves. We will take shade. What does he actually talk about? Where he will take shade? He will go in the kunjas and take shade there, and he will cool himself down, all his wishes in the heart. How he will do, he will not describe to his mother, because this she doesn't has to understand. But actually the information is in what he is telling his mother. The information is inside. And the Manjaris, they can hear it. The mother cannot. She will not understand. So this information here is inside, but only a perfect disciple can understand this information and go for it. And that's why Srila Raghunadas is giving us the perfect example here.
Yes, thank you.
And to understand that, you have to understand the mood of your guru. That means you feel your guru inside, from heart to heart.
Yes, thanks. And there is also, when you said that, another point, that we give to Radharani whatever we are. It's not so nice gift, actually, to give ego to somebody divine. It's like, but that's what then mother do. She accepts, if she's like mother, she accepts all, only in this form. Otherwise, probably people used to serve or give ego to Lord Shiva, because she is like doctor for this. But you know what I mean? I mean, just so to so much beauty you can't give your pipi and your caca of ego. But yes, just need to be natural. Comes out that is okay to be natural, right?
You see, this is the point, because if you don't give this to your mother, then you are also in false ego. Are you a grown-up person? Can you take care of yourself when you put pipi and caca? As a small child, you cannot. Then you would be in false ego and would think, I can take care of myself, my mother don't has. So actually it's very natural, and this is a very good point. And we have to really come to that point. We are the children of that wonderful person. We don't have to become them. We are. We are always the children of this wonderful, undescribable, merciful person. She is our mother, and she will be always. That's why, if we are just honest, standing there and telling, I'm not proud, I'm full of pipi and caca, but please take care of me. I have no other shelter. Then this is the real beginning of our way back home.
Yes, that's maybe sometimes hard because there is some conception in between somewhere that we must be perfect, or that being spiritual is better to be in this endeavor to be perfect. You can just go in front of God with your all this stuff, or you go, but then you are confused because it will be offensive to give to them your all this stuff. It's sometimes used to be confusion about how to stand before some that is pure, somebody who is pure and you are not. Okay, but you told already. Thanks. Yes.
It's like you are in a playing room of children and your sisters and brothers are telling you, you made pee and caca, you cannot go like this to mama now. This is not good. You shouldn't go there. You should clean yourself. In the end, a whole mess in this child room, huh? Forget about all these things someone is telling you here in this world. Only a person who really knows Mama, knows the heart of Mama, can tell you what Mama really wants from you. So just hear from them and from no one else. So we need our Gurudev's advice, the advice of a Sri Guru. He knows the heart of Radharani because he is one with the heart of Radharani. And the mind of such a person is acting in Mahabhav because it's Mahabhav itself. Everything in a kinkari is Mahabhav. So take the drops of the nectar like today we share about this. We sprinkle each other with these drops, and Gurudev, although sometimes seems like he's busy, but inside he's always sprinkling us, every one of us, very personally. And afterwards we can feel that. Maybe not in this moment, but afterwards in silence we can feel that we were again sprinkled by his mercy, and we grow. We got some milk, and the babies grow when they get milk. So thank you very much for your patience, your attention, your mercy, and hope to see you soon. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Go.